what is going on here? If I go live. Hey everyone. Do you know what? I've been live streaming without going live. Well, welcome to an extremely delayed live stream where I thought I was live and I hadn't pressed the blue live button. What can I say? I'm sorry. I was having a really good time as well on my own. One of these days I'll get it right. Do you know, I did a really slick, smooth introduction and everything. Everything was going really well. I'll have to kind of do that again a little bit. And then I'll show you what I was doing. Yeah, seriously. I've just been sat here chatting to the camera thinking you're all watching me. Oh dear. Okay, well, let me take you back. So no wonder you were saying you're in your new flat and stuff. You couldn't even see me. Hello, welcome back to another music production live stream with me, Human Synthetics, where you get to watch me make music in Ableton. I show you everything, good and the bad, starting, working on and finishing music across the whole board, the whole spectrum of electronic genres, club genres, whatever takes my fancy for any given week. I've just been working on an ambient jungle tune on my own when I thought I was live, and I'll show you what I've been doing, and I'll show you my notes for it, and I'll just have a quick recap. But that is what I'm doing. So I'm sorry for those of you that have been hanging around thinking, do you know the Invisible Man? Do you know what I said as well? Like, when you said, "Will you go live?" I was like, "What's he talking about?" Hi, Flamey. And do you know what I said at one point as well? I was like, I've dropped 0 frames so far with my new internet. So the quality should be a lot better. And none of you heard me say that. So this is why you come here though, isn't it? Really, for the authenticity, I think. Oh dear. Well, thanks, Golub. I was listening to the new Kruger album last hour, waiting for you to go live. Oh my days. The Invisible Man. Did I say? I don't. I think I'll definitely. I've got my codes and stuff for Live 12, and I will be upgrading to it as soon as I've got a quiet moment that I can install everything, and yeah, update my operating system as well on the Mac, which I've just been putting off until I've got a quiet moment to do it all without the stress of an impending deadline or live stream or something, you know. So yeah, I definitely will be, and I'm really excited to see what it's got to offer. And no wonder GoLab was saying, "Have you moved already?" Because you couldn't see. I know. Oh, okay. Well, I did also thank my patrons. Thanks everyone on Patreon for supporting me. Thanks to my generous patrons and supporters. If you're interested in all that stuff, links are in the description, along with some highlights from recent activity on Patreon as well, from the collections that I've been building on there. So have a look at those. Thanks to everyone that's dipped in and out of Patreon recently as well. There's been a few. Sometimes they come in and out too quickly for me to have time to update the credits on a live stream. But thank you, everyone that has donated on there. Thank you. So yeah, so I've been in Ableton, working in Ableton on this tune. It's called Impossible Futures, and I will. It's essentially essentially an ambient jungle tune. I have I've got a feeling I started this on stream as well. I'll just give you a taster of it because I listened to it all and it's 9 minutes long. So, and I was just adding some bongos to it. But let's hear it in full so you get an idea. Not that one. Oh, that's so embarrassing. This is whenever these things happen, I'm like, this is good. This is good. This is good practice for me. The next time. Now I will always remember to press go live on YouTube. Okay, yeah, I would definitely remember to press go live. Dingus. Oh, okay. Hey, Imprints. Ça va? How are we doing? 1 hour and only yeah. Well, I was doing a lot of chat. Okay. All right. Let's hear this then. I can pause for a second, just listen to it again. These are the notes I've made on it as well, so you can kind of see what I'm thinking. Bongos can take a long time as well. Hey Kyle! It's good to be back live. I miss it when I don't do it. So if you're watching this back after the fact and you're like new to my streams, I always listen to a track in full, make notes on it and then work on it. It's a simple process really. And this is what I'm doing now. I spent about half an hour on bongos the other night on another tune. And it was worth it. I think the sounds are there, you know, the sound palette's there. Thanks, Kyle. Well, I'm live every week, and I always everything's always view on demand, and I always keep the live streams ad free until afterwards. Yeah, if you are new, watching this back after the fact, a subscription is very much appreciated. It's free. really helps the channel. Or a like. YouTube really cares about likes on videos, so if you could like everything you watch and enjoy, I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Oh, and comment if you so feel inclined. This is the switch I'm talking about, the Amen switch / break switch. Cheers, Go Lab. So not too much different happens after that. It's more like kind of just variations on the themes that have already been introduced. So for the sake of time, these are the notes I made on the first listen that I did to no one, and was congratulating myself on how much I liked it. So yeah, so I think that bit in the middle where it switches bass lines, I might experiment with an amen there. I've kind of been avoiding amens on purpose lately, just because, you know, they can be a bit too easy an effect sometimes, and I like to try and get a similar effect with different breaks. I think it's it's certainly more interesting for me working on a tune, and also I think for the listener as well. You know, when you can play with the, maybe people are expecting that to happen, and you don't deliver on it, you don't do it, you do something different. Bongos and percussion, we'll dedicate the rest of the stream to this, but yeah, some bongos and percussion, that's what I was working on when I realised I wasn't live. Some cymbals, reverse cymbal stuff, I think some nice like splashes could really help kind of springboard of the rest of sometimes that's all the track needs, is these little highlights, you know. Definitely some more parts on Lunaris. I'm going to scroll through some presets and play some stuff, see if anything comes to mind. Be great if I could find a spoken word sample, maybe in my own sample library. We'll see. I want it to sound like an impossible future, human life on another planet, Blade Runner-esque. I think it already has that vibe to it, so it's kind of there with that. But that's just a kind of, so you know what I'm thinking about. Taking it darker at points, it goes kind of a bit minimal, and I wouldn't mind maybe bringing in some, you know, metallic sounds, some strange otherworldly timbres, maybe some neuro-esque. That's meant to say neuro-esque wavetable stabs. Get clearer on the distinction between sections, mark out where they are in the session. Well, I've already done that. And these are the bongos. Yeah, so I've just kind of gone through and put these markers in as a bit of kind of guidepost to where I want to go with it. And if I'm unsure on, well, where does that bit start? I know now. I know I've got them marked out. Yeah, thanks a lot, GoLab, for the... This was just like, this is the second session I did on the track, actually. So it's two sessions down. It's pretty... it was a good... It felt like a promising splurge when I first did it. By the way, I want to ask you if you had any tips for moody, cool jazz sample packs in the style of 70s like Coltrane, Davis or Quincy Jones. I've seen a lot of stuff like that on Instagram lately, a lot of like drum sample stuff. Like retro samples, but they're mainly for drums. I don't know, I get advertised a lot of sample packs which look pretty cool. There was definitely one which was that vibe, which had like, you know, brass and stuff in it. I will keep an eye out, and I think we follow each other on Instagram, and I'll share any that I see. I've definitely seen them, but no, I can't remember. Can't remember the names, unfortunately. Could be worth putting on Discord, just in the general or something. I'm sure others have probably got similar sounds. Don't know. Nothing springs to mind. If it is, it might be things I've sampled myself. If you tried to chop some bongo samples and make the same process as that of an Ambient break, so I've been lazy actually and just used this Ableton Percussion Spirit kit, which is great, and I've used it a lot in other tracks. So I think I'll tell you why I've used this, because the other night I worked on a tune and I used this kit, and in fact I on my tune Hypnotize, which is on Spotify. Again, all of that's linked in the description. I use these bongos. So sometimes I think it's fine to like reuse sounds, you know, use it a few times. If you think you're doing it too much, find something else. I've probably got loads of bongo samples. I know George sent me some in our Ableton versus Renoise. Stuff like this, you know, and yeah, I would do the same thing. I'll do that for you imprints, yeah. So I'd probably just do it in slice mode like this, actually, for speed. Maybe we could do it mono and just drop the sensitivity. Just hear what this sounds like. Let's warp it. It's a 2-bar loop, so let's have it re-pitch, see what that sounds like. Gonna play it back at C1. That could be nice, couldn't it? I like to work over 8-bar phrases for this kind of thing. Probably gonna have fills happening at bar 4 and bar 8. Just from... It's kind of that classic phrasing thing of like, okay, we have a statement happening on like the breaks and the bass and stuff that's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And because the timing is 4/4, like, you know, 4 beats in a bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and it's unfolding like over 4-bar sections. Like every 4 bars, you want a bit of tension from another sound or from a drum fill that you'll maybe develop again another 4 bars later. That's kind of how I like to think about it. It's a bit like you're delivering a statement. I'm saying something to you now, and at the end, maybe I'm going to raise my voice or emphasize a point particularly, and I'm going to say the same thing again in the same tone, and I'm going to emphasize the point even more so on the last. It's the same thing in music, really. Steve, hi. Do you tend to start tracks with a template for structure, master channel processing, etc.? Is every new tracker start from scratch affair? It's a good question actually, because I have gone through many phases with template sets in the past. Like I've gone through phases of like really elaborate template sets with loads of kind of preset instruments in. Maybe not, never with. Sometimes I've had like things ready to go on the master bus, but not turned on. I'll always have a limiter on, just to stop from hurting my ears. This one's turned up a bit because I've adjusted it for the track, but and a utility, you know. These things I have less and less now, just like a way of isolating frequency bands, and then a way of having mono and side that I can trigger with key commands. But yeah, I don't have much on the master bus. I've never had anything in the arrangement view in terms of markers, but there's a lot of good advice out there. Or I'm sure we've all seen the idea of having MIDI clips that lay out a bit of a template for you if you're stuck, or if you take your favorite tunes and you kind of break them down into sections in Ableton and then make MIDI clips for the sections and then have that as a kind of preset thing for you to work in. That can be really helpful. But I've never kind of done that myself. But I have had very elaborate channels and routing and loads of return channels and stuff. But over time, I just realised I wasn't using it. You know, I'd end up deleting half of it as soon as I open the session. So I just my template set is just pretty much Ableton default set with a few of my own favourite favourite plugins on the return channels. Usually a couple of reverbs, a couple of delays, and some atmospheric effects. So it's gone from basic to really quite complicated, maybe with MIDI clips and various things in it, back to very simple again, because I kind of like a bit of a blank slate with my favourite tools close to hand. So it's a bit, I'd say it's a start from scratch affair, really, with the things I like on the return channels ready to go, like a nice room reverb, more spacious hall reverb, a couple of echoes at different times, and usually I have Echo Boy's Galaxy from Echo Boy, the Sound Toys plugin. Yeah, so I keep it fast and loose for now, really. Yeah, no, you're welcome. I welcome questions like that. Are really great to answer. Thanks. Yeah, I'm sure you found. Yeah, it can be easy to. I remember sinking a lot of time into it as well, and it's one of those things that it's like when you sink a lot of time into making a preset thing or something, it really has to work and it has to save you time and be something you use again and again and again. Otherwise, it's a waste of time, you know. So, I don't know about that actually. Maybe it's it's all a work in progress, all iterative, and it all evolves over time and the way you structure. But the only way that you find your favorite way of working is to just keep doing it. You know, keep trying new things, keep trying new ways of organizing stuff. So okay, we're in the 8-bar thing now. Let's see what we got here. So maybe I'll do. I had a nice thing going on with the bongos or the congas here. So I'll just copy this now. Just got to copy that here. Okay, not too bad. let's put another marker in. That's a bit late, that one, isn't it? Isolate this. I might just work with the individual hits. I just double click to put in more hits. Yeah, okay. How long is this sample? It's slightly, I know why this isn't working, because it's not equal, it's not. Let's start again. It's not 4, but it's not 2 bars long. Let's just correct this. Yeah, the bongos are Ableton stock. These ones percussion. Shall I give them a play? It's called Percussion Spirit Kit. That's pretty funky, isn't it? Let's sort this. I'll just show you this because it's quite useful. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I'll probably just make it a 1 bar loop. Turn off warp. Just turn warp on. No, turn warp off. So this is 1 bar. We'll just work with 1 bar. Now if I warp it, but ignore me. Loop it between here. Right. Again. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's definitely 4 bars long. Or 1 bar even, sorry. 1 bar long. make it through as well. Make it mono. Use the sensitivity a bit. Okay, yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Yeah. Just check it, we've got it on there. Alright, that's better. Hey Kyle, don't worry because you can always watch it back on demand. It'll be live, available on YouTube forever. So it will be available to watch if you miss it because your internet goes down. Yeah, Percussion Spirit Kit is the one, GoLab. Sorry if I've got distracted there. Yeah, Percussion Spirit. Got a nice shaker. I think it's all from other kits that have been combined in this drum rack, like the acoustified or whatever what's it called? Is it Bomblastic? Yeah. Just got stuff from all these things, and yeah, like this conga. I love it. Adjust the tuning a bit actually. Make it gate as well to gate the sound. Yeah, this is cool. Good idea, Imprints. So these are happening. Maybe we could bring these a bar before. We don't want it too often. Just catching up with the chat. Kyle, I had questions I could use answered. I've started 2 tracks this week, so I've got pretty close to the point where they're ready to start arranging, but still feel like they aren't. So I think the thing with arrangement is that like, let me gather my thoughts on it. I mean, the way I do it is, there are kind of a few approaches I adopt, which is I'll jam my arrangements live with a controller, and I'll do it in session view. And I'm not worried about it being right at this point. I'm just looking at laying something down as an initial idea. And then I will export that, and that will kind of form the basis of an arrangement. I know arrangement could be really terrifying, actually. I remember, like for a while it was all I thought about, and it is very important, but I think the road to it is actually probably, it's made to feel more perilous than it is actually. The best way is to just do something, just arrange something. If you've got a load of loops and stuff, just lay them all down, all of them, right across the timeline for like 3 minutes, and then just randomly go through and carve out bits. Then don't listen back to it, export that idea, and then chances are you will listen back to that to what you've just done and be like, well, this sounds pretty good actually. And that is the way I would do. If you're struggling with arrangements, those would be my 2 approaches to suggest. Would be just arrange it by eye. Don't even think about it. Just think about it like randomly laying down tiles on a grid. And then if you've been working in arrangement view like this and you've been doing loops and stuff, just pull it all out and then randomly cut out bits, and then okay, it's something more than you had before, which was nothing. So arrangement, I think the best way to approach it is do a draft really quickly without thinking about it. Don't even try to engage your musical mind as to what should come in what order, because I think you need something there before you can start addressing that issue or that creative, or start addressing the arrangement to deliver on what you want it to. But definitely just get something down, respond to it later. That'd be my advice on arrangement. Imprints, did you mean like the bongos could play when the snare does? think you might have done, or like something like that. Steve, any tips for getting a nice punchy sub to cut through the mix? Is it a combination of the right kick as well, or more about making room for it? No, it may be an age-old question, but it's like one that it's a problem maybe that I come up against all the time. And certainly for like this genre of music, it's quite easy to make the sub cut through because the breakbeats are often because they're at a higher tempo and they've been pitched up, they're at a higher pitch. Their low end is often quite high up the frequency spectrum, or it's been shifted up. There's often that's why like 808 bass works so well in jungle and sounds so great, because there's no kick fighting with it, really. But then I would say it's like, from my experience, like that whole sub kick thing is like every track is different, and sometimes you can have quite a heavy kick and a heavy bass and it works. Sometimes but it's a whole spectrum of things that can vary, like the release of your bass, how long your bass note is, how long your kick is, also like the key of your music and the key of the kick, the pitch of the kick and the pitch of the bass line, along with like the overall groove and when things are happening. So it's my approach would be to just keep experimenting and when it works, notice what happened and why did it work. Try and but like, unless you're making exactly the same type of genre every time, a different approach is required for every tune. Jungle's pretty easy actually to get a quite a nice like low sub, boomy sub type sound, because of the drum and bass. It's a bit harder, but often like the kick does a lot more work in the low end, and the sub might not necessarily be fighting with it as much, because the kick might be providing the sub, and then you've got the mid-range bassy sounds. So it's many factors I think contribute to that question, and there's probably a lot of misinformation out there about how to deal with it. I think it might just keep writing loads of music, and you'll find out your own way to deal with it, and you'll learn. You'll encounter all of the problems and how you can potentially solve them. But I still have loads of tracks where I'm like, nah, it's just not working. I just can't get, for whatever reason, this I can't get it to work in this tune, and I'll leave it, or just try again, another tune. Thanks, Imprints. Kyle, I just don't want to make the mistake of not having everything lined up super tight like I did in the last track I did the arrangement on. I would say you can always correct that. You can always change that. But until you have an arrangement, you can't change it. So just lay something down without thinking about it. Engage your instinct and just engage your animal brain and just lay that stuff down. And then you can always come back to making it super tight, and you never know, that happy accidents might be suggested in just laying it out without listening to it. And try and do as many as you can. Yeah, Steve, no, definitely not. It's something it's like, that is production, really. Like, sometimes sometimes it's just like bang on and it's just great, and you don't know what you did necessarily. And then other times it's like, this just isn't working. Key makes a big difference, musical key. So I tend to stick between E minor and A minor, and all the chromatic notes in between: E, F, F sharp, G flat, G, right up until A. That they're good keys to work in. Minor keys between E and A for bass music, because they're kind of in that nice sweet spot in the low end. I would say, Kyle, maybe do what I work on many tunes at the same time. Like, so maybe try starting a load of tunes and just doing these like throwaway arrangements with them, and kind of get practice in arranging stuff. That's the best way to kind of get better at something. Oh, no, pleasure, Steve. Yeah, I love talking about it. I think about it all day, and I talk about it all day. So it's my life. Yeah, Kyle, F is my favourite key to write in, F and G. I suspect this is in F minor. Let's have a look. Okay, G sharp, upper semitone, but yeah. Kyle, I keep forgetting to save multiple versions of my projects. I would... Do you know what I've often used in the past? Checklists. Just check, like really basic checklists. When I work on... when in this session, or when I work on a track, I will save a version. I will make a list of things I want to do, and I'll make sure I've got everything on the list before I start working. I will export the tune when I've finished the session. I won't listen back to it for 7 days or a week or whatever, or 3 days even if you can't go that long. And then you've kind of got a... I realised a few years back that like if you want to get better at making music, like music is like anything else, you need a system for organising your ideas and your creativity. You need to be organised with where you keep all your stuff. There is an element of embracing the chaos for sure, but like I tend to have periods of organisation, and then I'll kind of just create. And I rely on my systems that I've built, like my Trello board and my file structures and my Dropbox and stuff like that. That stuff is like set and forget. When you develop these systems, they just become habitual, and that's what you want in making music. You don't even want to think about it; you just want to do it. But all of that comes with practice, and practice can start with having a checklist. Maybe I should make a checklist for people. I should make a checklist, shouldn't I? I could make a checklist of like a music production workflow checklist. Put it on YouTube, like just a PDF or something. Okay, let's get these bongos down. We have spent we spent a fair amount of time on the bongos. C is a good key. It's all the white notes. It's A minor as well, So what I'm going to do as an example, I'm just going to lay these bongos down that we've done. I'm just going to... might just keep them like that for now in print so we can move on. And I'm going to... Okay, we'll put the bongos maybe... This is what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to listen to it. I'm just going to put... We'll maybe have like these happening here. And we'll have a bit of a call and response idea, maybe. Maybe I'd have the bongos going from the start. I don't want that actually. I'll make this different. A slight bit of variation. And then I'll do some variation here on these golden era drums. And this. Yeah, nice. Gonna work in 8-bar. What else we got on this one? I want a dark sound. That's okay. For this section here. Going to duplicate this because I'll have one doing like with a delay on and one not. I use this all the time at the moment, but that's fine. Change the hat loop. That's nice. We've got a nice little tight snare. That's quite good. Got this pattern going. Rakadada. Yes, that's cool. Okay. It's a bit of a drum out this section. Let's just let these loops in. these drums again, recklessly. I'm just going to bring in another hi-hat. I'm going to change the hi-hat loop for this bit. Let's do like this. Nice. I'll make a decision in a sec. I'll catch up with the chat in a second. Do some weird polyrhythm stuff. No, that sounded good. Let me just catch up. Go Lab, incredible bongos. Thank you. That's what I've missed. They do sound pretty incredible. I think, don't they? That's worth spending the time on the bongos. Really, it should probably be the title of the stream. Maybe make sure you spend time on bongos. Thanks, Steve. Thanks. Yeah, pads and atmosphere are pretty good. These are all largely a futurism samples. They're DJ Crystal's sample pack from Isotonic. Very nice pack with lots of atmospheres and pads and stuff. I just kind of chopped them up. I think this is really basic the way I put it together, just like fades and stuff. But it's linked below. There's an affiliate link for the pack on Isotonic. So I put all my favourite Isotonic stuff down in the description. E Phrygian dominant with the possibility to switch to A minor. Yeah, that's a great modulation in key. Going from minor to Phrygian dominant. Bit music theory. It's a bit deep into music theory, but yeah. Steve, yeah, a lot of my stuff sounds like good looking, wanting to be a good looking tune. I've been kind of very much focused on that last few weeks actually for a release. So I was just I'm practiced at the moment, so I thought I'd carry on with it. I just have to. D to G is optimal for D&B and jungle. Absolutely agree. The hats. No, the hats. Get this golden era drums, Golab. This is isotonic pack again. I'm really into it. I love these hat loops. They're just so handy for chucking on stuff. Like, because they've got a bit of looseness to them. And they're macro racks, you know. So I really like this. Data pusher, thank you. Yeah, this is the place to come. Me too. I'm a pad junkie. I love them. It's I love layering pads, love atmospheres and the pad vibes. Yeah. Ableton 12 soon, Jay. I've got it. I just need to download it. GoLab, I think I just answered your question. Sorry, I was lost in bongos and percussion here. Yeah, they're good. I'll have a GoLab. I'd highly recommend this golden era drums. Let's do a little spotlight on this. So you can just, you can scroll through these hat loops. How they've been put together. What this velocity does. What's that? Oh. I don't know what this is for then. It's just a load of hi-hat loops. Nice idea, Ray. And they're all just looped in there, and then you've also got kicks and snares. It's like a hip hop thing. I think it's like chop breaks and stuff in a rack with some drive and business. What's the velocity there? Doesn't really make a difference, the loops. Play it from the top. How about if we go from, let's get rid of this bongo loop. I just want to nail a couple more things and I will play it from the top. I'm looking at the time now. I don't know, I want to. So, okay, I think we can say we've done the bongos and percussion. I'm going to lay it and pull them out a bit more. Taking it darker. I think I've done that, yeah. With those, I think I'm on that. It's not really dark. It's not dark side. But it sounds like that anyway. So let's see. I might add some. Let me add. Let's say there. I'll do this cymbal trick. I'm going to do a cymbal trick. We all know this one, but I'm just going to add a. Love this plugin. Shimmer. Ableton does similar things with the hybrid reverb, but this just sounds better, I think. It's more diffuse, it's got more diffusion to it. It sounds, somewhere in between a pitch shifter and it's better than like Crystallizer, but it's just, I just like the sound of it. I don't need to justify myself. No, I try to use stock plugins wherever possible because I like it to be available to everyone. But this is I think the Valhalla stuff is pretty fairly priced for what you get. Steve, I just got the new breaks pack of his, the Tearing Breaks Volume 2. I've got a couple of new breaks packs recently that I'll probably talk about separately on another stream. Got some vocal elements happening already at points. Like we got these divas at points pushing things on. I really love this splash. That's such a nice symbol. That's pretty nice. Try that one. I'm just going to do a little trick here. Well, it's not much of a trick, really. Everyone knows this trick. I feel. Let's just splash out. This is something George told me about, like creating a sizzle. Bit loud, sorry. I want more length. Okay. I'm just going to resample this. Do the full. Easier to chop it. Consolidate that, reverse it. That is very basic, but I just love this splash of paradise, sorry. God, that's so nice. I'm just going to add an echo as well. I'll probably keep going. Quite a high feedback, and I'm going to make this notes and 1/2. Cool. Right, we can take that off the list. I've got it in the tune now, and maybe I'll just. Yeah, Shimmer is really sick. I can't believe I didn't get it sooner. I only got it for Christmas. You're absolutely right. It does make everything sound amazing. It's got like a real like detailed top to it. That's okay. Lunaris. See if we can add some sounds of Lunaris before we close off, and then we'll listen from the top. and maybe just do a couple of bits of tidying up arrangements. You know, we've got this like dark section. This is far too loud. That you. Arranging there. Hello, wagon. Steve, yeah, I hope it's all right. That's good. This is from, the sub is from a pack by 2K Soundboy, and if you search that on Bandcamp, 2K Soundboy, what's it called? The best thing about this pack is let me find it. The best thing about it is like the sound clash vocals. It's got thousands of sound clash vocals. They're amazing.
Oh, he's always don't shut down. Now come down. Now come down. How big is that? No pussy. More ragamuffin. Lovely. Massive. Hold on, I'm showing you something. Level up, can't done, man. Straight up. I'm lock off your pussy. Me a bad boy. Loveliness. I'll live my life alone. I love a life to live like a bomb alone. Lord of mercy. Lord.
Great, these are wicked. Thanks, Wagon. Hey, Timpany Sunset. Long time. Are you going to Brighton this weekend? Are you performing in Brighton this weekend? I wonder what the key is then. Should we have a look? The key might not be... Maybe I checked this before. I had to look. Yeah, it's slightly in between keys. It's like... You see, like the bass is, the tuning of the sub is slightly weird. I don't want to mess with that though, because that's cool. It sounds good. Okay, maybe we just won't have any, and maybe just not bother. Just maybe focus more on like one shots or whatever we've got. Leonard Bernstein.
One does one's best work as a composer lying down and presumably asleep.
Things I've sampled from Instagram.
One does one's best work as a composer lying down and presumably asleep, to all appearances anyway. And one, if one is lucky, hits that.
Steve, yeah, there's, you know, the Ned Rush More Kicks Than Friends event is happening live in Brighton this weekend. Where Timpany Sunset, what's the venue again? It's like a pub, isn't it? It's got If you fancy it, I think it's 3 p.m. till midnight in Brighton on Saturday. Ned Rush, More Kicks and Friends. Ned Rush is playing along with his actual friends. So he's a liar because he does have friends. He's probably got more kicks than friends. We've all seen his kit collection. Steve, are you on my Discord? Do you use Discord? It's a good place to hang out with people. The Brunswick, thank you, Timothy Sunset. The Brunswick, 3 p.m. till midnight. This Saturday, Brighton, Ned Rush, More Kicks and Friends. Lots of live improvised, live electronic music. Really, I played the last one in Cardiff and it was brilliant. It's like living the dream. Yeah, you should do. Like, if you say to Ned that I sent you, I'm sure he'd be glad to, he'd be glad to say hello. He's doing the door. He's going to be doing the door himself. So
one does one's best work as a composer lying down.
I'm just finding a good bit.
And presumably asleep, to all appearances anyway. And one, if one is lucky, hits that exact trance-like state between consciousness and unconsciousness, which is the ideal state in which ideas rise from that bottomless pit. Suddenly you have an idea, you have a concept.
That's kind of good enough, isn't it? I'll just have to get rid of the violins if I can. They might add something to it. See if I can filter it out.
If one is lucky, it's that exact trance-like state between consciousness and unconsciousness, which is the ideal state in which ideas rise from that bottomless pit. If one is lucky, it's that exact trance-like state between consciousness and unconsciousness, which is the ideal state in which ideas rise. If one is lucky, it's that exact trance-like state between consciousness and unconsciousness, which is the ideal state in which ideas rise from that bottomless pit.
Too much violin going on in the background, annoyingly. Got anything in here?
Lift off, percent, 10, pressure, pressure, please, experiment, failed, experiment, succeeded, checking, sure, please confirm, access granted, level, calculation in progress, calculation, system update.
Maybe just GoLab. I reckon it use GoLab's Metalscape. Yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe there's something in here we can use.
That exact
Just trying to get I just want the top of his voice like he's on the phone. Yes, okay. That'll do.
It's that exact trance-like state between consciousness and unconsciousness. It's that exact trance-like state between consciousness and unconsciousness. It's that exact trance-like state between consciousness and unconsciousness. It's that exact trance-like state between consciousness and unconsciousness. It's that exact trance-like state between consciousness and unconsciousness. It's that exact trance-like state between consciousness and unconsciousness. It's that exact trance-like state between consciousness and unconsciousness.
Oh god, this is tricky. There in it.
It's that exact trance-like state.
That's really good, that bit.
It's that exact trance-like state between consciousness and unconsciousness.
Just I'll live with it and see how it sounds. Hey Cuba. Yeah, it was really fun. Cardiff was a really fun show. Thank you, Timberley Sunset. That's very kind. Yeah, I was pretty tired by that point, but yeah, the live set is on. That recording is on YouTube actually on my channel. It is a cool sampler voice, isn't it, Data Push? That's annoying. I'll give that a try, Carl. I will try that out. I've got a lot of samples I like where there's stuff in it. That is a note for next time on work on this track. Try that to get rid of it. Yeah, see, I'm behind with all that stuff. This is why I live stream, so people can help me by suggesting tools and stuff. This is nice. You can get this on Go Labs band. I think it's Bandcamp. Oh yeah, okay. Very nice. These are great, Go Lab.
It's that exact trance-like state between consciousness and unconsciousness.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay, we'll keep that in. The next time I'll get the AI to take the strings out.
It's that exact trance-like state. Trance-like state.
Yes. I'll also have one that's just a dry cymbal. Okay, let's go from the top and just wrap up here now then, yeah? Should we hear the track in full? You can go there. Here, let's just switch things up a bit, see how that sounds. Right. So Lalal is the one to try for the AI. I'll have a look, or Lala, or Lalal, or whatever it's called. You do have to buy credits to use it. I think all I'd need is this sample for now. I've got a few email addresses I could use as well. Yeah, that vocal works, isn't it, there? I'll check out the A. I think, do you know what? I'm sure I've got some AI stuff on Isotonic. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you. This is a sample I got myself from like a New Age sample. I love this. It's just something I sampled from YouTube. Okay, let's go from the top, and I'll wrap up. I don't want this percussion happening so soon, but I'll just leave it as it is for now. Cool, there we go. That was Impossible Futures. Let's... thanks for all the love on that. Steve, thanks a lot. Yeah, that feels good, doesn't it? I'm gonna try and finish all of the ambient stuff that I've been working on lately. I just want to check the level before I export it with like the... Cool. I think we can... That's definitely a draft. Alright, I'll just update my Trello board. Start it on for 2 weeks. And add when we worked on it, 240306. Great. Ooh. Thanks, Data Pusher. Thanks, everyone. I'd rinse this 100%. Thanks, Amphibian, as well. Yeah, that was Impossible Futures, so let's see if we can finish that track at some point in the future. And maybe I'll make a sound pack out of that and put it on Patreon as well, like all the stuff, like all the stuff that I can give away legitimately. I don't know if there's anything I can, to be honest. But there is a break on it that's mine. All right, but I'm going to export that, listen to it in a couple of weeks, and see what I think. I think that went really well. That felt really good. I'm well practiced at working on this kind of thing at the moment, so it feels like it's coming easy. To be honest, I repeated myself in what I'd done in other tracks recently. My voice is going a bit now. Trello is free. I use the free version completely. This is all the free version. Oh, thank you, Data Pusher. Yeah. Well, thank you, chat. Thanks for kind of being so active. It's great to see. It's great to see so many of you here and enjoying it. And yeah, because I'm loving. You know, I love it. Love it when it goes well. Great. Doesn't always happen. But Trello is free. Yeah, and I think I will make a video about this at some point in the future. I've been saying this probably for the past 2 years, but the reason I haven't is it's because it's not necessarily my idea. It's something I took from another music production coach, Mike Monday. He does loads of music production content. Really good. He uses this, but he gives this away for free now. So I kind of feel like I could make a video about it. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up there now before my voice goes. And I just want to say thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being in the chat. Thanks for all the great questions. I really love being able to answer them and help people in their own music production. I love talking. I love the problem solving of it. I love kind of making people happier in their music making. Kind of, it helps me to help you, actually. Yeah, not to see you on there, Steve. Oh, Raj, how are we doing? Yeah, just finished. This was a good one. And this is when you come alive, though, mate, isn't it? Normally. Next time, I've got my internet rock solid though. I dropped 0 frames in this stream. Wowzers! I'm going to check about the quality afterwards. Yeah, man. Good to see you on here. I need to pick that vinyl up. I want a copy of the vinyl. I'm going to buy it if there's still any left. There's still any left? Is it out? Is it? Because when last time I checked, it was pre-order. You can. I'll text you. I'll message you. All right. Thanks everyone. You've been really great. Make it all worthwhile. Cheers. Thanks to my patrons. Thank you to my patrons. Thanks, mate. Well, I'd like to support you, but all right. Blessings, everyone, and I'll catch you soon. Cheers. Have fun.